Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So today we're going to talk about what a climate study can teach us about how the media can manufacture a narrative or back up a narrative that they've already put in place. We're going to do this because I had a couple people ask me about a new climate study, and they can't figure out if it's good news or bad news because of the reporting. So I'm like, okay. So I got to look at the study. The study's really clear. The abstract, well, not the abstract. The abstract is actually really confusing. The plain language version down at the bottom, that's really clear. Basically, since 1979, we've had a range of how much we expect to warm. 1.5 to 4.5 degrees Celsius. That's been the expected range. And this is based on how much carbon dioxide is in the air and it doubling. A lot's happened since 1979. They have new methodology. They have a more accurate range. The new range is 2.6 to 3.9 degrees Celsius. For Americans, that's like 5 to 7 degrees-ish. So if you're a news outlet and you're wanting to paint a picture that is favorable to your side, you can report on this by saying, hey, we're all going to fry. The best case scenarios, they're all off the table. Or you can say, climate alarmists, all those doomsday scenarios, we're not going to go extinct. Both of these are kind of true. Now, it should be noted, this is the most likely range at 66%. There's a 66% chance it'll fall within this range. The further away from the range you get, the less of a chance. So, you can paint this as good news or bad news, and it's accurate in the sense of that statement is true. However, it doesn't tell the whole story. Doesn't even come close. And when I looked at some of the reporting, most of them chose, good news or bad news, and then they mentioned the other part. But it was kind of an afterthought. It certainly wasn't part of the headline. So, what is it? Is it good news or is it bad news? First thing to note is this is assuming we act and we do something about climate change. The other part to this is 2.6 to 3.9 degrees. 3 degrees, that's a disaster movie. That's the Colorado River running dry at times, sections of the planet becoming uninhabitable. It's not good. But hey, we probably won't go extinct, which, that's always good, But again, that's assuming we act. At the end of the day, the real lesson here is a lot like that video earlier. If you get a quote, just a small quote from the media, or they're interpreting a study for you, make sure you go look at it. If it's something you care about, if it's something that's important to you, make sure you go look at it. Because they can paint a picture that is factually accurate, but it's not true. And that's what a lot of outlets did with this. At the end of the day, this is not great news, but it's also not going to change climate policy, really. The goal was to keep it below 2 degrees. That seems really unlikely, but it should still be the goal. We don't want to bump up the goal simply because it's less likely to happen. That should be what we're striving for, because even at 2 degrees, we're going to feel it. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.